Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. We ready for the end of the year? What? Right? December 2025. Did we ever think it would get here? Well, I think we just kind of turned around and here we are. I'm Sandy Reevy with Intention Beads in Chicago. Probably, maybe no, not, won't be the last time. But Susan Goodell, how are you doing today, Susan?
Good, thanks. Good, thanks. Um, Cruising into the end of the year.
Like, right? And it's so funny because just November was a chug-a-lug, right? A
Oh
lot
yeah,
going
a lot
on.
going on.
And, out in the world, we're watching a lot of things going on in the world. I want to make one comment because when we were talking the last time, we were saying something about the moon that was Cazimi, Mercury, and
Mhm.
Scorpio retrograde. And we had this, it was kind of at the end of the Scorpio, and it was kind of like, truths revealed, right?
Yeah.
And I just want to make a comment because, when we woke up that next morning from because the new moon was at like 12:47 a.m., right? So we'd be asleep.
Hmm.
Um, when we woke up, we heard about the signing of the Epstein file document was released, right?
Hmm.
So it was just really interesting that there was truths revealed in that moment.
Yeah.
Right. So just interesting, right?
Mhm. Yeah, it's always fun to see how the astrology plays out. I think we're both beyond the point of thinking that we can predict what that news might be. That's pointless. We just know what the energy
Yeah.
will be like, and then you just kind of have to wait and see what the world says the story is that goes along with that.
And that one was pretty ditto.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're here to talk about December. November is gone, is over,
Mhm.
right? So we'll find that this isn't as busy. There's a couple weeks that only has one or two aspects, and that's
Yeah.
the end of the month. It's like the end of November was 2 pages long for each week, and we're
Mhm.
getting the end of December, the last 2 weeks in December, which includes Christmas and that the
New
week
Year.
after, Boxing
Mhm.
Day and all that. Um, is very light.
Yeah, there's like a handful. Yeah, it's easy.
It's kind of giving us a break of like, just relax. So we're going to go through this and we're going to highlight the new moon on the 19th of December. So we'll go on to the chart for that. But let's dive. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. So we start with Tuesday, December 2, the 2nd of December, which is this Venus making a sextile to Pluto. And this should be an easy one. I said just be discreet. Not everybody needs to know what you think about your relationship or questioning their relationship. So be discreet.
Mhm. And I always like Venus and Pluto together from a financial perspective. And so, because it's a sextile, it gives you the opportunity to maybe check out some, um, I call them progressive investments, because Sagittarius wants to look forward and explore new things. Pluto's in Aquarius, also about technology and unique sorts of deals. So, um, use that Venus opportunity to scope out some new kind of far out there investments.
I like the word scope.
Yeah.
Good on you. Thursday the 4th, we now have the full moon. The full moon is at 13 degrees of Gemini. So this is at 5:14 p.m. This is Chicago time. And it's, Mercury, because we have to think about the full moon in Gemini. Mercury rules Gemini. Now Mercury's direct, but still in shadow.
Hmm.
But because it's in Scorpio still, it's a verse. And Jupiter, the ruler of the sun, right? Because if the moon is in Gemini, the sun is opposite in Sagittarius. Jupiter's retrograde.
Yeah.
So in Jupiter's in Cancer, averse. So the two rulers don't see what they're responsible for. So
Hmm.
I just call it, but it's square the nodes. It's a real strong exact square to the nodes, which I called it's destined. Something is the destiny of something occurring at that time. It's getting no help from the rulers, so I said let it flow for 2 days, because then you'll hear what I have to say on Saturday.
On Saturday the 6th. Well,
Yeah, so keep going.
okay. Well, full moons, I always like to think of them as a big spotlight, lots of light shining on whatever sign that the moon is in. So big spotlight on Gemini things, communications and commerce. So
Yeah, that's a great way. I just really find it interesting that the nodes, which create this, it's not even a T square. It's like this grand cross,
yeah,
right? So it's this
yeah,
grand cross, this full moon, sun, moon, north node,
no,
south node,
hmm
right? So again, I think it's there's a destiny to this thing. So
hmm
again, we're not making any predictions like we just said, but let's see. I'm
yeah,
I'm interested to see this because which way are we going?
hmm
Right?
hmm
Because what I
And the
also want to say,
square too is the grand square is like um, um, each each node planet is at the corner of a table, and they're all challenging each other. Like, okay, who's going to go? I'm not. I'm not moving. Are you? No, I'm not moving. So
and, and
there's a lot of tension in it.
and let me add that the north nodes at 13 Pisces ruled by Jupiter, the south nodes at Virgo ruled by
Ruled by
Mercury.
Mercury.
And so Mercury rules the moon and south node,
Hmm.
Jupiter rules the sun and the north node, and Mercury and Jupiter do not see each other yet. I mean, they're not part of this configuration, they're reverse. So in
Hmm.
other words, that's why I called it there's something's destined to happen without the rulers being involved.
Hmm.
Right. However, so are you done with that? Because I want to
Yeah,
take it
yeah. Go
to
ahead.
Saturday. So then Saturday the 6th, this Mercury now from the full moon, right? While it's in like the maybe coming up to the disseminating moon phase, it's losing light, makes a grand trine. Now Mercury and Jupiter are trying one another. So I'm
Hmm.
like, now we have their help. So it just seems like we're hanging out there Thursday, Friday, and then boom, we wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning and we have, like I wrote, you and I are getting support, and even our families and our nation, even our world, maybe is getting the support of the Mercury and Jupiter. So find this, isn't this interesting though, how it's going to
Yeah.
it like prints and then like the machine, it's like printing on your computer, like you want to print something, and then like you don't hear your printer going
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm out
And
of
you're
paper.
like,
I'm out of
and you
ink.
look, the light's not even on. Why is it not printing? And then all of a sudden, 2 days later, cha-cha-ching,
Yeah.
right? It's what this is what this sounds like to me.
Hmm. And it could happen quickly and bigly. Um, and my note was not nearly as insightful as yours. Mine was more, mundane, like Mercury trine Jupiter is send your message out to a huge audience. So, I mean, if you have year-end marketing to do, um, great time when Mercury is trine Jupiter.
But seriously, so like you just said, taking what I was, like, and then it's like, are we hearing a big message,
Yeah, big message. Hmm.
right? Like, is the press going to be all over something?
Hmm.
But it took the press a little bit to like understand the message, to turn on the printer to print something, right?
Hmm.
So anyway, I'm very interested in what this is
Yeah.
because on Sunday, the 7th, Mercury makes that trine to Jupiter, to Saturn. So it sets up that grand trine where we have been seeing that grand trine form, right? It was like
Hmm.
Venus, the sun,
Yeah.
Mercury, now the final stage of Mercury. So
Hmm.
to me, this is like Mercury's the messenger, the commerce guy, we have been seeing in the last few weeks how some of these tariffs have been decreasing
Hmm.
versus increasing. And like it just I don't know. This just seems like once Mercury comes to a trine to Saturn that's direct, last time it was the first two times uh, Saturn was retrograde,
Hmm.
wasn't helping out much. So I wrote, oh, the ease of careful planning. Final connection of the three since October 24. What was that anyway? Like, oh my God, so much has been going on. Like, we'd have to go back
Hmm.
into the data pile and see what happened October 24. Um, but I know I wrote what I was doing. I moved my second U-Haul, um, and my packing was in progress. So I just that was my side note.
Hmm.
What do you have for this aspect?
Well, this is my favorite day in December.
Oh, I see that now.
And not only is it a grand trine Mercury, Saturn, Jupiter, but the moon is conjunct Jupiter too. And the moon is out of bounds. Um, so really big emotion, but compassionate emotion. The moon is in its ruling sign of Cancer, conjunct Jupiter. So um, real heartfelt, um, I don't know, happiness, ease. Um,
Yeah, peace, you know.
yeah. Um, but from a mundane perspective, I liked it because um, a trine between Mercury and Saturn is good for making long-term plans. Um, and to be able to get it out of your system quickly, easily, and write it down. Um, Saturn wants Mercury to put it on paper and uh, spell out all the details. So it's a good weekend for that too.
Yeah, because this Mercury's been retrograding over Saturn, right? In a trine.
Yeah.
Shooting Ray. This is a final shoot with
Hmm.
with Saturn finally like in a position to say, move it forward,
Right.
right? So anything you've been like dilly-dallying on or considering or doing some research, maybe
Hmm.
that's when we order the cabinets, my kitchen cabinets.
Hmm.
But now we've done it, we're doing a rehab instead of just painting the cabinets that were already there.
Yeah.
So something like that.
Hmm.
Let's go to Monday the 8th. We go into the second week. This is my conflict day because you got the two malefics, Mars and Saturn squaring off. It's a square,
Yeah.
like you just said.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I said, hold on, hold on. Get to work on that dream or their vision because this is high level focus if you're
Hmm.
using it the right way. It may be high and hard, but today it can boost you to keep your head down or meet up with conflict, your choice.
Yeah. And my note about it is to just lay low until the dust settles.
Yeah, this is don't push an agenda
Yeah.
that no one else wants.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that's why sometimes when we see this in a chart, right, Susan, it's like, ooh, Mars square Saturn, like in somebody's natal chart, when Mars
Hmm.
comes along and squares their Saturn, it's like, don't involve other people in your work. It's best to have solitary work where, yes, you're doing this and maybe you're cleaning your house, like cleaning that garage, doing something, wrap your gifts. Like,
Yeah.
don't ask for anybody's help because you're going to get into a bit of a strained conflict.
Hmm.
And it's a Monday, so keep to yourself.
Yeah.
Let's go to Wednesday. We've got two aspects here, and la 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 la.
You're very excited.
Neptune is stationing direct at
Yay.
6:21 a.m. Like I'm gonna get up early that day. Lucky me, I called it lucky me.
Hmm.
Working on clarity and greater understanding of my part in this world. I say that because the Neptune at 29 Pisces is sitting on my sun, and it has been for a year and a half.
Hmm.
So instead of confusion or fog or, or and being contemplative and intuitive, those have been my more focus. And I think it's working. I wrote here, intuition is breathing within me. It's
Yeah.
very interesting that I can have, I have another comment I want you to share, and then I got another comment about this that's quite personal, but
Okay.
you know, we're all
Well,
we're all buddies here.
and with Neptune turning direct, for me, it's not imagining it anymore or envisioning it. It's about moving forward and doing it. So
Yeah.
Neptune's moving direct. Okay, go with that vision. Follow your plan, follow your dream.
And we have to comment too that 29 Pisces is, we hear 29, we know that's the end of a zodiac sign. They all end in a start with a zero and end in a 29. That's the 30
Mhm.
degrees we have in each of the zodiac signs. But because Pisces is the last one on the zodiacal wheel,
Mhm.
this is the last of everything. This is considered New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Now Neptune's not going to move into Aries right away, but because he's
Mhm.
slow, he's a slow guy. So he's going to take his turn, but this is the final turn at this end of, it could be like an end of an era, or an ending something of, and starting something new. We're not quite ready to start something new, not until Neptune in next year, early next year, moves into Aries. But I want to make a comment here because some people will never get Neptune conjoined their natal sun, right?
No, because it takes 160 years for Neptune to go around the chart.
You had it.
Yes,
You had it in Capricorn.
Capricorn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
I don't remember when that was or what I was doing, but yes.
we might have to do a little study on that because I want to, you probably weren't drinking at this age can, but I have to make a comment here. It's very interesting that Neptune, who wants to numb or dissolve, right? It's water sign, it's the stir, it's
Mhm.
the trident stir. I have, this is because it's been sitting on my sun, right? It came back to 29 and has been sitting here for a couple months. It still is not done yet. It won't for it's still for another
Mhm.
couple months. But if I have a glass of wine or if I have a little thing of tequila, or even when I was at your house winning, I was winning at the horse
Yes.
races and we were having whatever you guys serve,
Bourbon.
which I love. What is
Mhm.
it?
Bourbon.
Bourbon. Never once am I getting a little, it's like
Really?
I'm drinking water.
Wow.
It's like I'm drinking nothing that which is the whole purpose of, I mean, I know we're recording this, but you want a little like calming, like
Yeah.
right? Isn't that why we drink? Nothing, zilch, nothing. And the other thing I want to talk about is that Neptune on my sun, anything I eat is never satisfying, which is why I'm eating all the time. And because I'm not going to the grocery store and I'm looking for things in my cabinets and in my turnstile and in my freezer and in my
Mhm.
rack of my refrigerator, it's like
Yeah.
weird stuff that like cherries.
Hmm.
So I melted hard ass marshmallows. It's like we're having a conversation right now. I know we're recording, but I have these hard marshmallows in some bag that's got a rubber band around it, and I'm melting those and adding cherry sauce to it, cherry juice. Because God help me, I go up to the grocery store and buy chips and donuts and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So I'm making up weird things and nothing's satisfying me. So I hope that's at Neptune and not the rest of my life because I just feel like everything is blah. Like you said, you lost your taste buds for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel
I,
that.
I'm probably at about 90% right now, but it's been 2 months.
Yeah.
Almost, it'll
Um,
probably be 2 months before I get it fully back.
so anyway, that's just that Neptune. So, anybody that's birthdays that are, say, March 20th, 21, 22, 23, those people, anybody has birthdays around there, have this Neptune coming for you,
Hmm.
right?
For the last time. And when it moves into Aries, it's like done.
So, but th those people would have zero Aries sun, one Aries sun,
Oh,
two
oh,
Aries
oh,
sun,
oh, oh, I see what you're
right?
saying.
Because my birthday's March 19th. I'm a 29 Pisces
Yeah.
sun. So March 19th, March 20th would be a zero,
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Sorry.
right? So anybody's birthday is this, March 20th, and give it like only five days, because Pluto only goes 3 degrees at a time, basically.
Hmm.
I mean Neptune, Neptune.
Neptune.
Yeah, Neptune. Anyway, that was a little diversion.
Mhm.
Um, but now I have that information to tell my next client that's having this.
Yeah.
Like, it really is nebulous on what you're doing. Does it affect you, or some things aren't going to affect you?
Hmm.
Find it interesting. Anyway, continuing Wednesday the 10th, we have Mercury is making an opposition to Uranus. Uranus is still retrograde. And I just wrote here, this is 3 of 3 passes. Again, this is the ending of the retrograde and the shadow period. Respect all views. Surprise events, change of plans, go with the new vibe.
Well, Wednesday, December 10 is when the Fed makes its final announcement for the year uh, on what it might do with interest rates. And um, it's they meet on the 9th and the 10th, and they announce on the 10th at 2 o'clock Eastern. Um,
And this
and
is at 1:59.
yeah.
I know Central, but still.
Hmm. Um, and so Mercury opposite Uranus, I think you have to be prepared to um, hear something unexpected from the Fed. Whatever the market thinks that is going to happen, I think it could be something different because Mercury opposes Uranus.
Can I share something?
Hmm.
I was driving yesterday and I listened to NPR. It's all I listen to in my car. There was a conversation about the Fed meeting up on this day,
Yeah,
and they said there's a conversation in the press, probably, that there's an unprecedented opinion that the Feds don't meet because they don't have all the
the data.
data,
Hmm.
because we've been on shutdown,
Hmm.
and that the data won't be collected. So what you're saying could actually
Yeah, could be.
happen.
Yeah, I, I find it hard to think that the Fed won't meet and but they might come out and say, well, we aren't doing anything because we don't have the data. That could be a possibility with Mercury opposite Uranus in this situation because for sure they won't. They aren't going to get employment data, I don't think, until the week following. They announced that, yesterday or the day before.
That's going to be another day. That would be interesting,
Yeah.
especially for you because you watch that.
So anyway, unexpected. The Fed is doing something unexpected
Okay.
on the 10th.
Thursday the 11th is my favorite day. Um, I gotta tell my mom I'll call her back. Anyway, Thursday is my favorite day. Um, because Mercury is at the very last degree of Scorpio, making a trine to me, with that Neptune. So Mercury is trining Neptune, which had just stationed direct. Creation is coming along. All plans from reconstructive is forming and moving nicely. Sit down with the glass full and admire. It just seems um, like there's a beauty in recognizing something that you have been creating, right?
And
Um,
and, and I think it's um, from the intuition. Mercury trining Neptune is about being able to tap into an inner voice, a higher self message. I mean, whatever it is, however you feel it and describe it, um, because they're trine and in water. So, uh,
Mm.
being able to listen to your intuition is a breeze on the 11th.
Yeah, it's my favorite day. And then right afterwards, literally about 12 hours later, Mercury then, boom, moves into Sagittarius. And this is crossing the line, one that we have crossed before. So go ahead and trust it. The details are set. So go. Because um, Mercury went to Sagittarius and then retrograded out of it. So he's still in shadow.
Yeah. And I always Mercury's in detriment in Sagittarius. And so I always think of, and Sagittarius is like the truth teller, right? So here's Mercury in Sagittarius. It's like Mercury just can't, there isn't an inside voice with Mercury in Sagittarius. It's like just blurts it out.
And
Doesn't
a
think,
lot.
just says it. So, but my written note was don't sugarcoat it, say what you mean, which is what Sagittarius likes to do. It's like, listen, this is the truth. I'm going to tell you.
Especially coming out of the Scorpio, right?
Oh yeah, it was
You're
secretive.
big.
Yeah.
And now I've got something to share
Hmm.
for everyone to listen, and a lot.
And a lot of it. Yeah.
A lot of detail. Yeah. So that's my favorite day for those two reasons. I just think some information will be stirring and coming out. We go to Saturday the 13th. We've got Mercury making that boom sextile to Pluto. Boom, sets it right up at 2 degrees. Um, need the deep, I said. Need, not knee.
Yeah.
Need the deep, inclined to speak profoundly, therefore set up conversations for important discussions. Nothing about the weather, please. This is not about, oh, it's supposed to be 74 degrees today and light and sunny. Like I know when I weirdly that my mom just called me, but she always gives me the weather.
Yeah.
The first words out of her mouth. Yeah, it's warm here. So, but this is more of about having deep. So it kind of reminds me of that going from Scorpio, right? Scorpio retrograde coming out in direct form, meeting in Sagittarius, and boom right away, and making a sextile to Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio. So it's like he's still being in Scorpio, but he's got information.
Yeah.
This is
And
interesting.
and I think Saturday, go to a nice sci-fi movie that has lots of robots.
I did
Pluto and
not do that.
Aquarius.
I
Mm.
was recovering from my cataract surgery and I went to a movie and I went to two movies. I went back to, I could have probably not paid, but my moral self is like, I
Mhm.
wouldn't want to be in the middle of a movie and being asked to leave.
Yeah.
So I went back and paid and went to another movie, which I highly recommend, both the Nuremberg Trials and Bruce Springsteen.
Hmm. Oh, nice.
It was good. I feel
Yeah.
like Bruce, like I do. Sunday the 14th. I know we're batting a little bit around because there's not a whole lot of there's not enough
Mhm.
aspects and transits going on for an hour's
Well, it
worth. Um,
doesn't mean we have to do an hour,
Mercury
but
and
you
Pisces.
are a Pisces.
Sunday the 14th. Mars squaring Neptune. And again, this is at the 29 degrees. So sit down, go. Oh, this is when I said go to a movie.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, go to a movie. It's not worth the argument, please. No, you don't have to know all the true facts.
Yeah. And mine was refrain from getting upset about prospects for an unperfect holiday. Like you're kind of making plans and who's bringing what and who's doing what and where are we going when it's not falling together. Well, okay, chill.
it's not going to there is no planning today, please,
Yeah.
right? Kind of like that. Monday the 15th, we've got Mars moving into Capricorn. I probably should have said that as my favorite. He is exalted, he's well coordinated, he's proud, he's practical, able to
Mhm.
work easily on the earth plane. Common sense holds you steady. Time to put in the hours for accomplishments.
Mhm. I like Mars in Capricorn. Um, I always think of it as the warrior who is doing what is right to help others who can't help themselves. Um, Mars wants to take action, but in a really positive, um, constructive, helpful way, and particularly for those who can't. He's the protector of those who need protection.
I like that. I have Mars in Capricorn, which
Mhm.
is probably why I love work,
Mhm.
right? Like work gives me a satisfaction.
Yeah.
Tuesday the 16th, we have a square. The sun is square Saturn. It's not worth it today. Can you delay your today's tasks, please? Otherwise, you may experience frustration. Hopefully, dang nabbit is
Mhm.
the worst, would be the thing else, dang nabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be the nicest expression you could give of this day.
Mhm. And see, I look at it from a little more positive point of view. I think
Good.
I think the sun squaring Saturn can be a day where it's like, okay, we've got just a few more days before everybody's gone or traveling or whatever. And so I've got things that I got to get done. And so I got to get them done. So buckle down and do it.
Right. Yeah. Friday the 19th. Let's go to the chart here. This is the new moon. You want to talk about this while I point?
Okay. New moon, can sun and moon conjunct in late Sagittarius. Um, and really Venus and Mars are all in there too. But to concentrate on the new moon exact at 7:43 p.m. in Chicago. Um, I, you know, new moons, I like to look at the sign and say, okay, what's a good intention for that sign? And so I think an intention is to learn something new, um, to be Sagittarius-like in being curious, inquisitive, um, explorative, and seek out something new.
Yeah, and you know what? I agree. I agree. I have it take a breath, a big one.
Mhm.
Because soon, like tomorrow, Mars gets you going, gets your motivation moving. I want to point this out. So we've got the Sagittarius, right?
Yeah.
Ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is making a trine, continuing in the sky, a trine, which is just going to start breaking up, right?
Hmm.
Because Jupiter's going to is retrograde. So Jupiter's going to keep going backwards all the way to 15. So like,
Yeah.
you know, um, while while Saturn is starting to move forward. So they're
Hmm.
starting to break up. So I think this might be the kind of the la one of the last uh, attentions because when the moon moves to Mars, which like we said, very stable, Mars wants to do the right thing, protect,
Right.
like you said, is in Capricorn, ruled by Saturn.
Hmm.
So that's why I think this is like taking a big deep breath. Jupiter's averse this, doesn't make any aspects, right? We see Jupiter over here not making any aspects over here. We don't see any marks in the inside. Uh,
Right.
so, but I think that on Saturday, let's move to Saturday when this moon hits this Mars,
Mars.
that's the time to motivate. That's the time to get ready.
Mhm.
Um, And on Saturday, we have the sun making a square to Neptune. This is a happy day off. It's a vague day. Hey, go back to the movies.
Yeah, true. And And the 20th, my note about Sun square Neptune is that it's okay to start dreaming early about sugar plum fairies.
I love that.
So go see the Nutcracker that day.
Well, you just had a great experience
Yes.
in New York.
hmm The Rockettes, the Christmas Spectacular show, which was spectacular in every sense of the word. It's the best live theater performance I have ever seen.
Saying a lot.
Yeah.
Wow. I'll keep the chart up because we also
This is,
have Venus making a
yes.
square.
hmm
Venus is coming along to make a square, whoops, to Saturn. And so I said, happy night off too. Take your day off and your night off.
hmm
Disappoints our surrounding. Remember, you're at the movies. It's just a movie. Don't be disappointed. What do you got?
Um, that Venus money squaring Saturn says that, okay, one last look at where your long-term investments are as the year closes out. Not a fun thing to do, but it's a Saturday. Okay.
Right. So we'll get off this chart. Um, okay. Um, Sunday the 21st. This is probably, I know this, you all, I know what you're going to say. You say
Yeah.
the same thing. Winter solstice on the 21st. The sun moves into Capricorn, your sun sign. This happens at 9:03 a.m. So this is early in the day. I never did this living in this house, but I had the perfect opportunity. I wrote, mark the wall in your southern room. That's the lowest mark the sun will make on that wall. It's a fun trick.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like when you can get the sun coming in the window on your
Mhm.
wall, and if you just put a mark on that or it's a piece of tape, that's the lowest the sun will ever go on the wall because then the sun will start moving up higher and moving up higher. But
Mhm.
because that represents what you were going to say, because I knew what you were going to say, so I wrote that.
Yeah, because the daylight starts increasing. Yay! Yay! We're headed towards summer. Yay!
It's the darkest it's going to be. Take
Yes.
it down to the pit. We got Tuesday the 23rd. We
Oh,
got
wait, I have
oh,
one more to
oh,
always remember when there's a change of season, when the sun moves into any of the cardinal signs, um, that it's a more prominent chance for a market change of trend. So whatever the market has been doing into late December, that could switch that next Monday, the 22nd.
and currently right now, isn't it kind of doing this?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, Tuesday the 23rd is my Astro Interesting Day. It's because there wasn't a whole lot of Astro Interesting days, which means that this is a kind of a rare occurrence. But
hmm
why I put it is because Venus is squaring this Neptune in Pisces for the last time. Because next time Venus comes in to square Neptune in Pisces, where she's exalted, right?
Right.
She is advocacy here, right?
Mhm.
She can help even in the square. She can help Neptune. Um, but next time she comes into position, Neptune gone.
Yeah.
Neptune's not, she can't help him. So there's no blame game. Probably no one's fault that understanding or expectations went sour. Change is promised, not just today.
Mhm. Well, and like I said, change of trend. On Tuesday, the 23rd, with Venus squaring Neptune, Venus money, Neptune dissolving. I think you have to be prepared for potential losses in that last trading week.
Let's quick move to the 24th,
Yeah.
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
Venus moves into Capricorn. She can work here.
Yeah.
She's good. She is the triplicity ruler in day charts. So yay for day charts. Authority, she can be the authority in the group in harmony with the tribe. So I kind of like this, right? This happens at 10:30 in the morning on
Mhm.
Christmas Eve day. So this kind of can, if Venus is in my world and in yours, sociability and friendship and, you know, um, enjoyment, pleasure. It just sounds like, there's a plan here. Like you're
Yeah.
going to follow the plan and enjoy it.
Mhm. And I think it sets up perfectly, I think, for setting the table and making it just right. Like someone we know who sits at each chair to make sure that there's no flowers or candles in the way of the other chairs.
It's so true.
Everything has to be just so.
Yes. We end and then we go whoosh a whole week.
Yeah, yeah.
So now we're on Tuesday the 30th. It's the last aspect of it's the only one that week.
Hmm.
And it's Mercury making a square to Saturn. Okay, so, you know, uh, messages get stuck. This is kind of being in limbo. It's bouncing around in mutable signs, like burp, 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 like a Pac-Man kind of thing. Make sure to look them in the eye when you're making an important statement. Otherwise, no one cares, including you. So make your statement by really focusing on somebody, and just giving him the straight details. It's not there's no time to sugarcoat the fairies
Yeah.
here.
And it's at the end of the year. It's the 30th. It's a work day. Um, and it's the third pass of Mercury square Saturn. And so it's like, okay, well, go back to when Mercury was first square Saturn. Okay, there was a plan, and then you reviewed the plan the second time through, and now, okay, it's time to move forward with the plan. And how nice that it comes at year end so that you can kind of get ready for, okay, 2026, here we go. This is what I'm going to do.
So there we end.
Mhm.
And scene. The year has complete. And yeah, it's been a bit of a bumpy ride for some of us. And but good things have come out of bumpy rides, like you get in a plane and you're going across the pond and there's a little bit of a turbulence and then you land in Greece or you land in
Yeah.
Egypt. I'll be in Egypt here, on the Nile. So just wanted to wish everyone, happy Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy New Year. We'll be coming and doing a 2026 forecast. That's on our docket. We'll be announcing that soon.
Yeah. So, yeah, December, not too hard.
Yep, not too
Actually,
enjoy.
not too hard.
Enjoy. You've done a lot this year. You've been through the ringer. Now time to dry out and
Yeah.
enjoy. All right.
So,
Bye everyone.
bye.